I get this question all the time. There's no reason to fixate on the mistakes. I am not able to be a good mom. Now, let me give you all the tea. Do you want all the tea? Let me give you all the tea. Come on, let's get comfortable. Okay, so it's been quite some time. I know I've posted content since I have moved, but I haven't really given much of a life update or anything like that. So I figured that's what I would do today. My name is Kai. Welcome. I hope you enjoy the content. And if you do, don't forget to subscribe and like this video and say hi in the comments. So I asked everybody on Instagram and through my YouTube community post if you all have any questions for me. And if so, I will answer them on YouTube. So here we are today. There's been a couple new things that have happened. So if for some reason you haven't been following along on like my socials or anything, we got a new job. We got a new home. So we moved. We're still renting, but we now have 2 bedrooms. Can I get an amen? So y'all know we were all 4 of us sleeping in 1 bedroom at our last apartment. And look, I loved that apartment so much, but we needed to upgrade. So we moved here. The kids have their room. They share a room. Me and my husband finally have a room to ourselves again. I have my little office in here that I've been trying to make, as you can see, like behind me. It took me a really, really long time, y'all, to appreciate this place. Okay. I really liked our old place. The only reason why we were moving was because the 1 bedroom situation, and they were raising our rent too much for us to be paying for a 1 bedroom. I was like, no way. It's time to move on. Like, this is us being pushed out, but it's for the best. Let's move. So we found this place. We moved here in October, the end of October. And when I tell y'all, it took me 2 months, 2 to 3 months to stop grieving my old home and to start appreciating this place. It took me a long time. I can name like a million things I don't like about this place. I can. As far as like the aesthetics and like the paint over everything, they just paint. You can tell they have like 20 layers of paint on some things. Things are just not updated at the end of the day. Like the floors creak and the doors are squeaky, and no matter how much WD-40 we use, the doors still stick because they used 20 layers of paint on it. It's a million things, okay? But I sat in that for a couple months and then I was like, okay, girl, it's time to move on, because at the end of the day, God blessed you with a new home. He blessed you with the finances to be able to move into a new home. He blessed you with a new home. Your kids love this home because they have their own space that they get to play in. They get to bond together while we're in our room right next door to them. Like, there's been so many blessings that have come from this home. It's also nice to have a second bathroom, because for some reason, when you have to poop, so does your husband at the same exact time. And then y'all are shitting on each other's lap on the toilet because you both have to. Okay, so anyways, we moved. My feelings now have changed. I appreciate this home. I'm grateful for this home. I'm grateful for this shelter. It's a blessing. I'm able to work from home now. So I left my old job. My old job that I was at, I started when I was pregnant with Malcolm. I'm not even gonna get into like drama or anything, or like things that like led me to want to leave the job outside of money, because the main thing was money. Like, y'all, when I tell you I was not making a livable wage, I was not making a livable wage. And the only reason why I really wanted to stay there was because it was convenient as far as childcare goes, because we do not want to pay for daycare right now or ever. It just worked out with the schedule of everybody who could help us with our kids. And so I stayed there so that I could be home with them on the days that we don't have anybody else available, and I can be at work on the days that we do have somebody available. So I was looking for a remote position or hybrid position where I could go in some days and stay home the other. But somebody contacted me on LinkedIn wanting to interview me for this position. It has been a godsend. I'm able to work from home every single day. I am able to focus on myself more than ever, because when I'm not busy at work, I don't have to be twiddling my fingers just trying to find something to do. Instead, I'm able to work out, cook, clean laundry. I could do things. I could live my life outside of just work. Like, I don't have to just be sitting behind a desk. So those are like our 2 big changes. Marcus got a new job. He works remote, so we both work from home. It's been actually really nice. Anyways, so we got the new job, new home. Marcus got a new job. The boys are thriving. The last like update before I get into the Q&A, last year was rough. Y'all know I vlog. I was very open and honest. I started the Healing Diaries because I really wanted to open up and just have an outlet for the mental struggles I was having. Like when I look back, y'all, definitely was going through postpartum depression. Didn't even realize that's what it was, but I just knew that I was in a rut. I felt stuck and I couldn't get out. Like I just was struggling, and I just felt like there was, as much as I wanted to climb out, every time I climb a little bit, I just fall back down and I stay down for months. So it was like a really fucked up cycle that I was in for a year. But I'm really happy to say that like we're on the other side of things now. I feel so much better mentally than I have felt in a long time. And I think I just needed the new job, the new space, new balance, new appreciation for life. Like,
not new balance, like the shoe. What, girl?
We're just doing a lot better now. So I just wanted to give that update too, that like sometimes you are in the thick of it.
Into the thick of it.
And things look dark for a very long time. It felt like forever. It felt like forever. I felt like I was broken. I'm like almost 2 years postpartum now. And I think that's what it is. Like, I think I'm like, ooh, we're getting back and figuring out who Kai is, who this new version of Kai is. Shout out to that. Shout out to me. So let's go ahead and get into the Q&A section of the video. I haven't read through all of these questions either. I just saw some of them and I laughed at them. So, all right, let's start here. Salt and pepper or sugar in your grits? I don't eat grits. I eat oatmeal. That's it. Drums or flats? Flats. No debate. All of you drum lovers, I'm happy. We can be friends because I will eat all the flats, you will eat all the drums. Easy peasy. Okay, so Glint. Hi, Glint. So Glint asked, how do you feel about the content you make today? I feel a little lost in it, if I'm being honest. Like, I started my content journey as a Twitch streamer.
Put the gun down, bitch.
No! Well, I guess we have to be kinder. Like, that was the first thing I did. And since leaving Twitch and like focusing mainly on YouTube, but I just feel like I've evolved a little bit since Twitch streaming. I will say this, posting content now for me versus when I was just a Twitch streamer, I will say I don't worry as much about how people are perceiving me, but I'm proud of the content that I make now. I feel like I'm more authentic because I'm not focused on how I'm being perceived. I'm not like overthinking anymore. That's the difference now. And then Glint also asked, do I ever miss Twitch and do I ever think about making a comeback? I get this question all the time. Y'all do not play. Y'all want me to come back to Twitch so bad, don't you? So I have been saying for months that I want to come back to Twitch. I want to start streaming again. I miss it and I want to, and I feel like I will. I really do feel like this year I am going to. I will say this though, from 2020 when I started, in 2025, like just being a viewer now, Twitch is so different. Like, Twitch is so different than it used to be. But I have opened OBS lately and I've been trying to like just play around, see if I can familiarize myself with some things again. And I want to try to think about a like schedule that will work for me. So that is something I probably plan to focus on like within the next quarter. I'll say that. So maybe like summertime, maybe we'll make a summer comeback. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for asking. And I feel like I get that question all the time, regularly, which makes me feel so good and loved and missed. So thank you all for like giving me that feeling that like you enjoy hanging out with me just as much as I like hanging out with y'all. So just thank you for missing me and making it known. Noted. We will be back in 2025. Let me just say it there. We will be back this year. There's no way I can be as consistent as I used to be back then when I didn't have kids and we were in a pandemic doing nothing. But I definitely want to come back and figure out what works best for me, myself, my family, and my community. So yeah, you heard it here first. Purple right here for the Twitch. You see I got the purple light on? Taylor. Hi, Taylor. So Taylor asked, what's one thing you really want to do this year? One thing I really want to do this year is go on a vacation. Go on a vacation. I haven't been on a legit vacation outside of like our normal Ocean City trip in the same state since 2019. The year that I got married. So it's been a minute. So hopefully we can do some type of trip this year, even if it's just for like a weekend. I would really love to just like get away with Marcus for a couple days, somewhere new. Thanks for asking, Taylor. Okay, so Glenn, back to Glenn. Glenn asked, what's something your boys do that remind you of you and reminds you of Pony. So Jonah, the youngest, reminds me of Marcus a lot as far as how loud he is. Marcus is a very loud person. I don't know, like, I feel like a lot of people who are like from the vlogs and from like Twitch don't know that my husband is a very loud man. He just like walks in the room being like, ah, like just like making noises. He's always making noises. He's always blasting music if he can. Like, he's just, he's a loud guy. And Jonah is that as well. Jonah wakes up literally saying his ABCs, screaming his ABCs. And then Malcolm's laying there like, I'm not ready to get up yet. Me and Malcolm are like that. We're like, bro, it's too early. Why are you making all this noise? Jonah's also very dramatic. He gets that from his mom. I am also more dramatic than I realized. So Jonah's got his mom dramatics. Malcolm, how is Malcolm like Marcus? I feel like even though my husband is very loud, he's also got this really like chill vibe to him, like calm, cool, and collected. And like that part of him is Malcolm. Malcolm can be hype. Malcolm can get hype. My man got lungs on him too. Like he's a hype man, but he's just a really chill kid. Like he can just like chill with you, like sit. He might ask you to give him a million snacks, but he can just like chill. He just wants to like be with you, vibe with you. Where Jonah's just like, ABCs, here's A, apple, B, basketball, C, cat. Like, and he wants you to interact with him the whole time. I love them so much. Favorite comfort food after a hard day? It's always gonna be ice cream. It's always gonna be ice cream. I know that ice cream is a dessert technically, but it's always gonna be ice cream. Ben, Jerry, me, we go together. We go together real bad. Okay, Shanice. Hi, Shanice. Shanice also makes content on YouTube. Shanice asked, how were you or would you have liked to have been supported as a first-time mom? All right, how was I supported? Let me focus on that first. My mom took off a week and was there to like help me, help my husband, whatever we needed. Cooked, cleaned, helped with the baby. Like she did it all. And so my camera died, but we're gonna pick up right where we left off. Regardless of what type of birth you have, it is traumatic to your body. Your body will never be the same. And it's just really important to have people around you that understand that and are just there to help you. I think a big pet peeve that a lot of people may have when having babies, a lot of people want to see the baby, and they don't care about the mom. And okay, let me not say they don't care. They don't show care to the mom. They don't tend to the mom. They don't focus on how they can help the mom through that season. They just focus on wanting to see the baby.
Fuck them kids!
Elijah! What the hell is wrong with you? I talked about in a past video, I'll link it right here. I talked about my postpartum journey. And one of the things that I shared was how I had postpartum preeclampsia. If you're interested in things postpartum and like my journey more in detail, definitely click. But I had postpartum preeclampsia and I had to go to the hospital a couple days after having my baby. Like I had to stay overnight because my blood pressure was so high. So just emergencies happen, like things happen after birth. Like it's a life-changing experience in your body. Like I said, it's traumatic. So like things can go wrong after. Like I talk a little bit more about that again in that video. Definitely check it out just so you can know like things to look out for. I try to help y'all out, because I wasn't told about a lot of things about postpartum and it was life-changing. So just being able to have that support in that time, it meant the world. It was huge. So I'll just say the biggest thing is having community around for whatever you need, whatever support you need. It could look completely different from what I needed, you know? So I just think it's important to listen to yourself, how you're feeling, what you and your partner may need, mainly you, because you are the one who gave birth. However you feel, have people around you that create safe space and are there to help take care of you. Okay, so somebody asked, how am I truly doing? I'm really doing good. I'm really doing good. As I said a little bit earlier in the video, I am in a much better mental state than I was last year. And we're only in March. Despite everything going on in the world, I feel good with myself, within myself. I feel safe. I'm finally in a space where I trust myself again to make better decisions for myself. I'm feeling really good. So thank you for asking that. Danny P. Hi, Danny. You and your son are so cute, by the way. Your family is beautiful. Do I feel like content takes away from living? In a sense, it can. But I personally have always been a person who always like takes pictures, always likes to take videos. When I see something happening that like I want to remember, my phone is out. Like, it's just natural for me, like, especially with my kids. Oh my gosh, I have 30,000 photos and videos in my phone of my kids. Like, just if something somebody could look at is stupid, but like, it's a memory for me. So I don't think it takes away. I just think like, if you're out and about and like, you just want to constantly have your phone out and you're really not enjoying yourself, you're just like putting up a facade, I think that's different. I also think like, if you're constantly recording on a regular basis, like 24/7, I feel like there needs to be balance and time away from the camera, time away from the phone. But I think there's nothing wrong with documenting your life. I'd like to know what you think though. Like, definitely feel free to give me your thoughts in the comments. Like, how do you feel about that question? Danny also asked, how has mom life been? She also asked, do you think you would want more kids? And my friend Melissa Beckereau, also an amazing YouTuber, you should definitely check out her channel. Love her down. Melissa also asked, any more babies? So let me answer Danny's first part. How has mom life been? Mom life has been beautiful, challenging. It's been a huge lesson. Like, that's the biggest thing that I can say. Like, being a mom teaches me so much about myself on a regular basis. Like, I'm trying to raise these 2 little kids and I'm realizing like, girl, you don't have it together. It's just been cool to like reparent myself in certain things. There's just things that being a mom has taught me to change about myself. The biggest thing that has stuck out to me recently is like perfectionism and like my chase to be perfect, when like perfection is not real. Like, perfection is not real at all. So like, I'm on this endless journey of things being perfect, and like that entails when I drop something, or like I drop food, or I spill something, I'm like negatively talking to myself, or like, damn it, I'm so stupid, or damn, like making a big deal. When I do that to myself, that definitely translates to my kids. And like, if one of my kids drops something, I'm not like yelling at them like, why'd you drop it? Like, I'm not doing that. But also I'm like irritated. Like, another mess to clean, like always trying to avoid messes. And like, there's no reason to fixate on the mistakes. If I hear my kid say, uh-oh, because that used to be what we would say. He would be like, uh-oh, especially Jonah, uh-oh. And I'll say, oh, it's okay. And then he repeats me, it's okay. Mistakes happen. He says mistakes happen. And like, the feeling that gives me, how beautiful to not make that experience of spilling something and already feeling like, oh man, I shouldn't have done that. And then you have somebody who's also giving you that energy. Like, you made, like, it's a big deal that you made a mistake. When you're gonna make a million of them in life, you don't want to be scared to make mistakes. And like, that's where I was at my big age of 30, 31. And it's something that I'm teaching myself not to be like that, because I don't want my kids to be that way. I don't want them to be scared to make mistakes, because they're going to. It's just taught me so much, and I know it's going to teach me so much more, and I'm just really grateful for it. But it's also like taught me that I need to prioritize self-care. And I talk a little bit about that in my birthday vlog. If you haven't seen that, definitely check that out. It's definitely taught me how important self-care is. If I'm not taking care of myself, I am not able to be a good mom. That is something I'm focusing on a lot this year. I know that it will only benefit me and my kids and my husband, my family. Jump scare, I know. I've been editing this video and I realized that I never answered the second part to the question about if we want any more kids. I'll make this quick for you all. Hell no. We do not want any more children, and we made sure of it, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Hell no. I don't want no more kids. Vash. Hi, Vash. Vash asked, when are we getting them baked goods again? A brother's starving. That's what he said. Vash, you're funny. I don't know. I want to say I want to try to start my business back up this year, but it's going to take a lot of planning, because there's things about my business that I would need to change from how I did it last time. Something that's a little bit more structured, so I'm not in over my head with orders. I'm going to figure it out, because I love to bake and I love to give others my baked goods. Like, I'm really happy that y'all like them. That's a joy that I can't explain. I just really love when people like what I bake, because I really love to bake. And also, high-key, I'm that girl when it comes to baking. So if you haven't been around and you're newer here, actually when I first started to vlog, I started to document just like me being a full-time Twitch streamer and starting my baking goods business. So I have a dairy-free baking business where I made like cookies, brownies, s'mores bars, like a whole bunch of different like desserts. Like my community, like different people from Twitch were like my main customers. So y'all really supported the hell out of me, and I hope that when I do come back, you guys want them just as much as you did back then. I'm gonna figure it out, and I'll be sure to update y'all. Keep watching my videos, keep following me on socials, because I'll definitely announce when that's gonna happen. So Simpler Times, hi Simpler! Simpler also makes really good gaming content, and she's also a mom, and I just love her. She asked, do you feel like you've made any progress towards healing? If you have watched so far, you will know. Yes, 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 yes. I'm so much better. I'm not healed. I don't feel like you're ever truly fully healed. I am healing. I am healing different parts of myself. I'm just really grateful. Like, I'm just in a good space. So I know I've said that a couple times, but y'all ask, and I'm really grateful that you guys care about how I'm feeling, how I'm healing. So thanks for asking. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good. So back to my girl, Melissa. Hey, Melissa girl. So Melissa asked about how me and Marcus met. Let me take you back to 2015. It's a Thursday night. No, let me give you all the tea. Do you want all the tea? Let me give you all the tea. Okay. It's a little messy. But I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it a stack. I'm going to keep it 100 with you, okay? So before Marcus, I just wasn't in healthy situations with different people. And one of these guys was somebody that I dated towards the end of high school and like a little bit after. We weren't together, but you know, I'm not gonna say nothing else. So we were on the phone one day and he was like, I'm about to text you this guy's profile. My friend says that I look like him. Do you think I look like this guy? And so he sends me Marcus's Twitter. And I was just like, no, because honestly, Honestly, I was like, I don't think that they look alike. They're both dark-skinned black men, both handsome. They didn't look alike. They just had a couple similarities. That's it. Anyways, back on track. So when he sends me that, I was like, I like what I see. So I followed him. I tried adding him as a friend on Facebook. Homeboy said, no, I don't know you. He literally declined it. I forgot about that. And then fast forward to whenever, some random Thursday, I realized I'm following him on Instagram. I don't remember when me and him, and he follows me, by the way, he follows me as well. We follow each other on Instagram. I don't remember when or how. It wasn't like a big deal to me when I followed him. I kept seeing him on my Instagram and I'm like,
I say, you come here. I said, I'm telling you what, I like you and I want you.
I text my friend Mike, one of my best friends. I text Mike and I said, Mike, there's this cute guy on Instagram and I really want to message him, but I'm scared. And like, what if he doesn't like me? And Mike is like, anybody who would get that message from you and not give you a chance is stupid. They don't see what's in front of them. So like, if that's the case, then whatever. I was like, you know what? You're right. I was about to go to the movies with my friend Tasha. We were about to see the movie Dope. So before I go, I slid in the DMs and I was just like, hi.
I don't really use this Instagram DM thing often, but and I know this is really random, so I'm sorry, but I just needed to tell you that you're really handsome and you have a really nice smile.
I messaged him that and then I throw my phone and I run to my sister's room and I'm just
Like, Kayla, oh my God, like, I'm like freaking out. I'm like, I just DM'd this guy.
Fast forward, Marcus messages back. Marcus messaged back and he goes, oh, don't be sorry. That just made my day. I'm Marcus, by the way. And I was like, when he introduced himself and said, I'm Marcus, by the way, I was like, I am in there. I'm in there. He just introduced himself. He's interested. He wants me. I want him. And I was just like,
oh my gosh, yeah, well, thanks. I'm Kaisha. Don't overthink the pronunciation. It's Kai and then Asia.
and the rest is history. Basically, he didn't waste no time. He wanted to hang out like the next day or the day after that. He invited me to one of his soccer games. So I went to the soccer game to meet him. Like, this is my first time meeting him. I walk into the place and I see him, but I pretend that I don't see him. And I'm like looking down at my phone walking and he's about to pass me. And so he like bumps into me. He like taps me. He's like, hi. And I was just
Like, oh, hi.
I don't know. I don't think I had game. You think I had game? Tell me. Did I have game, y'all? The guys who are watching this, would that have worked on you? Or was like Marcus simple? I said, yeah. And then like after his soccer game, we all went to a bar after, like his team and then me, and like it was just me and him basically the whole time. He introduced me to like his teammates already.
He's already like introducing me to friends and like teammates and like people from his life. Oh my gosh, we're in there.
But at the bar, we like sat and we talked for hours. Outside of the situationships that I've been in, first dates were always weird. Like he even made a note. He was just like, you said that you were shy. And I'm like,
I am shy.
and he was just like, well, you're talking a lot. And I was just like,
I am talking a lot. You're right.
so he like pointed out like, you're comfortable with me. We're having good, genuine, non-forced conversation and it just flows naturally. Like we're really getting to know so much about each other in that like first meeting. That was our beginning. But let me go ahead and just shade my husband real quick because that's what I like to do. This man literally asked me, he goes, because the server came over, do you want anything? He asked, did I want anything? And I don't drink beer, so I didn't want to drink on the first date. So I was like, I'm not gonna get a drink. He got a beer and I was like,
I'll get a salad. I'll get a salad.
I got a salad and I ate and I felt comfortable eating on my first date and I didn't think about it too much. And then at the end, he paid for his beer and I had to pay for my salad. He didn't pay for my food, bro. And I still hold it against him to this day because, see, that would have been the end. That would have been the end for a lot of you girls watching this. I know, that wouldn't have flown with you. I get it. I understand. But this is like the best like connection I have felt with a person in my whole life. Outside of my best friend, Bethany, I feel like this is like just like the strongest pool of a connection that I had like ever. So I looked outside of the salad. I was like, okay, you little cheap guy. It's okay. I really like talking to you. And then he was like, what are you doing tomorrow? Like when we left the bar, what are you doing tomorrow? You want to come bowling? Me and my friend Joey are going bowling. You want to come bowling? And I'm like,
Yeah, I want to come bowling.
every day. Like we literally hung out every day after that. Like every single day. It was cool. And here we are, 2025, 10 years later. It's gonna be 10 years in August. Love you, babe. You should have bought my salad though. All right, y'all, so thank you so much for all of the questions, all the silly ones, all of the good ones, all of the ones asking how I'm doing. Thank you for all of them. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the life update and the Q&A. I think this is my first time doing a Q&A, so I hope you enjoyed it. But yeah, if you're not following me on Instagram, Threads, all of the things, I have all of my socials linked in the description box below. I hope you are being kind to yourself today and that you have an amazing day. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you haven't already, please hit the like button, subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you in the next video. Until then.